to our Vata reducing practice. If you are dealing with our talk, tinnitus, ringing in the ears, that is a Vata disorder. This would be a supportive practice for you. So you want your yoga practice and your lifestyle to help you with whatever you're dealing with in your life. And that's your imbalances as well as doing yoga practices that support your dosha. If you don't know your dosha, I've got my Truckee Meadows Community College coming up. They're doing that course. It starts on the 19th of February. Please come and join it. Okay, so let's get started with our practice. Coming to the top of your mat, hands to your heart, and we're going to connect with breath. Inhale through the nose, exhale out of the nose. Calm the body down. Feel your feet grounded into the floor. Be really still. Vata needs more stillness. Good, and then from there, inhale up. And we are doing a little more movement in the beginning of our practice today because it's quite cold. So you want to keep the body warm and release down. Bend those knees and come up. Inhale. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, reach your arms. Exhale down, straighten your legs. Inhale, come back up, seated. And exhale, rotate. Inhale up again. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extend your spine and step back, down dog. Walk out your heels, drop one knee, and then switch, drop the other. So you're bringing movement into your ankles and your feet. And then taking your right knee in and moving across, looking under. And then drawing that right heel down, left knee in, looking across and looking under. Good, and then both heels down. From here, step your right foot in, drop the back knee, lift up. Inhale, exhale, rotate. Good. Inhale, reach. And then exhale, you're going to drop down to the center or to the inside of the big foot and straighten your back leg. Take your right arm under and just let it rest right on the side of the body there. And then release down and step back, down dog. Then stepping the left leg forward, drop the back knee and lift, rotate. Looking over that left shoulder. Dropping your hands to the inside, so big toe side of the foot, then straighten your back leg. Relax your head. And then stepping back, down dog. Then right leg steps forward. We're going to go into warrior one and reach. Look up. Drop to the inside. Release your head. Take your arm up. Oh, we didn't do that on the other side, but that's okay. We'll do it. Then release and step back, down dog. Drop down onto your knees and then shifting into half plank. Lower. Then just lift up halfway. Drop your shoulders, elbows tucked to the sides. Press back, down dog. Then the left leg steps forward, warrior one, and come up. Reach. Look up. Release to the inside. And then that inside leg comes up and goes to the outside of the leg. Release your head. Then the hand comes down, step back, down dog. Drop down onto your knees, going into half plank, lower. Either coming up halfway or see if you can come up a little bit more, but drop the shoulders, elbows into your side. You have a bend in your elbow. Press back, down dog. Good. Then step forward, warrior one again. Inhale up. Look up. Drop to the inside. Reach. See if you can take your other arm and grab your fingers. Head releases in the front. Hands down. Step back, down dog. Drop to the knees, shift forward, lower. Lift up, cobra. Press back, down dog. Then the left leg steps forward. Warrior one, come up. Reach. Look up. Release to the inside. Drop your head. Back heels down, you guys. Then the left arm comes up and goes to the thigh. And bring your other arm up. See if you can grab your fingers. Then release and step back, down dog. Shift forward, plank. Modify to the knees, lower. Lift up, cobra. Take it back, down dog. Right leg steps forward, warrior one again. Inhale up, reach. Look up. Release to the inside. Right arm goes under. Just hold it here on the side of the right hip. Bring the other hand up. It doesn't matter if you can grab. If you can, great. If you can't, don't worry about it. Release your head. Then hands down. Now you're going to add on. You're going to now go to the baby toe side of both feet. And then open up. Now, if that doesn't work for you, then you could keep this front foot flat. And then lean back. Swing the arm around. And now step back, plank. Modify to the knees if you need to. Otherwise, lower. Lift up, cobra. Take it back, down dog. Then left leg steps forward, warrior one. Come up, reach. Release to the inside. Drop your head. Then take your left hand to the outside of the left hip. Right hand comes around. Now grab your fingers. Release your head. And release down. And now go to the baby toe side of each foot. Or you can just stay flat in the front. And then open up. Reach. This is a variation of side plank. Swing the arm around and step back. Plank. Modify to the knees if you need to. Lower. Lift up, cobra. Pause. Drop your shoulders, everybody. Elbows in. And press back, down dog. One more time through that sequence. Right leg steps forward. Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1. Look up. Drop to the inside. Right arm goes under. Grab. Release your head. Then hands to the ground, go to the baby toe side of each foot and open up. Reach, lean back. Swing the arm around and step back, down dog. Shift forward plank, modify to the knees if you need to, lower. Lift up cobra, pause. Drop your shoulders, elbows to your side, look up. Soften your face. Press back, down dog. And left leg steps forward, warrior 1. Rise up, reach. Open, open. Look up. Bigger back bend if you can do it. Drop to the inside. Let that left hand come up to the hip. Reach the other hand up. Drop your head. Good, and then you're going to go to the baby toe side of each foot. Open up. And release and step back, down dog. Shift forward plank, lower, lift cobra, take it back. Curl your toes under, lift up, reach, pull. We're gonna add another back bend. Hands gonna go to the low back, look up. Grab your heels if you can. Keep your hip though, so do not lean back. You can lean back to grab your heel and then you need to push forward. So imagine that you have your hips and your quads connected to a wall in front of you. Okay? Good, and then releasing out of that. Now you're keeping your toes curled under and you're reaching back, forehead down. Grab your heels. Coming back up, reach. Go back behind you. Again, fingertips can go to your sacrum, or you can reach, lean back to grab, and then push forward. And then release. Keep your toes curled under, all the way down, forehead down. Bring your head close to your knees, grab your heels, and then if you can, lift to the top of your head. If you've got neck issues, don't worry about it. And then releasing out of that, hands come forward, press up, down dog. Pause, get really stable. Open up your armpits. We're going to pick up the right leg and go forward into a high lunge. So separate your feet a little bit. Good. And then right hand is on the thigh. See if you can lift your left hand up. Reach. Left hand is going to reach back behind you and you're going to drop your back heel and then open up warrior 4. Got to be really stable to do this. Drop down into side angle. Come back up into warrior 4. Turn your head, look up. Then swing around. The back arm comes forward. You're going to lift your back heel up if you can, if you're stable enough. If not, just keep the heel down. Drop the hand down. Stay in a high lunge and now open. Reach. Swing the upper arm around and step back, down dog. Strong and stable. Shift forward plank. Modify to the knees if you need to, otherwise lower. Lift up cobra. Press back, down dog. Stepping forward now with your left leg for a big high lunge. So you're in that lunge. Left hand comes up on the thigh. Now, separate your feet a little bit so that you can lift this right arm up. Reach. It's strong and stable. The upper arm rotates. You're going to drop your back heel. Take the hand to the back leg. Other hand comes up. Turn your head and look up. Bend that front knee. Bend it. Then Parsvakonasana. Modified, or you can go to the ground using a block or just taking your hand to the ground. Strong and stable. That's what Vata needs. Vata is like wind. You want to stabilize it by being strong in the poses, stable in the poses. Come back up, warrior 4, turn your head, look up. Bend the front knee. Good, and then release. Back arm comes up, lift your heel, drop the hand to the ground, turn and rotate, reach. Swing the arm around and step back, down dog. Shift forward plank, modify to the knees if you need to, otherwise lower with control. Lift up cobra. And then take it back, child's pose. So big toes together, open up your knees and release. Okay, now we're coming into a crawling position. Okay, and what you're going to do is you're going to take your right leg, it comes up and goes over the left. Open up your feet, and at this point, you might need to sit on a block or two. If you've got issues with your knees, I do. I have no ACL on the left-hand side, so I sometimes need help. You're either going to sit in between your feet or you're going to sit on a block or two. Okay, now pull both feet out so that they're on the outside of your hip. Good. Then the top leg, you're going to rotate towards it. So you turn and rotate. Good, and then forward, you're going to come forward, hands on the bottom of your feet, and just drop. Now, if you have a second block, you can support your head. It can be right on your knees, or you can bring it in front of the knees. Good, and then from there, we're going to lift up, come out of it by coming forward. Lift your right leg up and release. Good, press back down dog. Then the right leg's going to step forward and you're going to go into pigeon. Drop. Rotate around. So rotate to the front leg, rotate around. Come to the center. See if you could drop onto your elbows. If not, no problem. Good. Then you're going to rotate to the side and you're going to take your weight onto the right glute and then open up. Reach for the extended leg. Good. Now, right arm reaches and lift up. Then the left arm swings around and step back down dog. Shift forward plank, lower, lift. Good, and you're going to go back into child's pose again. Big toes together, open up your knees. And coming back into a crawling position. So this time, you take your left leg up over the right, open up your feet. Sit back either on a block or just on the floor. So that leg comes up and goes over, and you could sit all the way back. So on this side, I can go all the way to the floor, both sit bones on the ground. Pull out your heels. Top leg, rotate towards it. And then Hands on your feet and release your forehead down. And again, you can use a block. It can go on your knees or it can go in front. Good, and then from there, lifting up, and you're gonna come forward, press back, down dog. Now your left leg comes up and going into pigeon. Sitting up tall and rotate towards your left knee. Then taking it to the ground, release. Nice. Then you're going to open up to the side. So you take your front leg sit bone right to the ground. You go on both sit bones and then reach towards the extended leg. Go up. And then the upper arm releases to the ground and reach. Swing the upper arm around and step back, down dog. Good. Then we're going to look up at our hands and step forward. We're going to do a few different forward folding positions. So 2 fingers wrap around the big toe and pull your head into the knees. Keep the legs straight. Good. Then bend those knees and come up. We're going to go into Utkatasana. Sit. Then straightening up. Now we're going to open the legs wide. Turn your toes in. 2 fingers again. Drop down. Grab the big toe. Good, and then from there, you're going to bring your hands right to the center and take your right hand right to the center and then open up without shifting your hips. Then release and switch. Right hand or left hand down and open up to the right. You can be on your fingertips, you can use a block, or you can have a flat hand. Good, and then we release down. Now take your hands right to the center. Keep your fingertips facing away from you and start walking the heel of your hands under and line them up with your heels of your feet. Okay, now you want to bend the elbows and press them in, drop the head down. Good, and then from there, bring your hands forward and step your feet in. And you're gonna sit. Now, if you have a blanket, you wanna grab it, fold it up once or twice, and then we're gonna sit wide-legged. Now, when you go wide-legged, you wanna be sitting on the edge of your blanket behind you so that your pubic bone tilts forward, okay? Open up to one side. Relax this bottom shoulder. Open up to the other side. Then coming to the center, I like to use a block. Take it out in front of you. Drop your forehead down. If you're a little more flexible, you could just take your hands to the ground and drop your elbows down. The higher up you are on a blanket behind you, so the higher up your blanket is, the easier this is. Then you can drop forward probably a little bit more. Drop your chest. Now watch your kneecaps, you guys. Kneecaps up. Do not let them drop behind you. Keep them up. Nice. Good, and then from there, lifting up, and we're gonna bring one leg in and take it to our back. Draw your knees in, open up, go in a circle, just release your pelvis, release your hips, and then go in the other direction. Good, and then feet drop to the ground, find your heels, press up into bridge. Release down. Now grab your right knee, pull it in, extend your left leg, and then grab your foot, pull it in. Now you're going to push the right knee away, pull the left foot in. Pull it all the way in. It's like a upside down pigeon. So push the knee away, pull the foot in. If you're able to, you could hook the elbow, come up, and then see if you can release your head down. That's pretty big opener for the hip there, for the glutes and the hip. Don't let that foot drop. Keep lifting it up towards your chest. Good. Now you're going to take your right hand, 2 fingers, go between the big toe and the second toe. Open up to the side, straight leg. If that doesn't work for you, fine, bend the knee, but straighten it if you can. Then bring it up and grab the baby toe side of the foot and drop across the body. Straighten the leg, press. Now, you want to turn the toes down. And if you want, you could take a block, place it right underneath your foot. So toes down. Look to your right arm. Straighten those legs. Releasing out of that. Draw your left knee in, extend your right leg. Now you're going to grab the left foot with the right hand, press the left knee again, and you're going to keep pulling it in like you're doing a supine pigeon. Okay? Or you can put that foot into the elbow. The other elbow goes to the knee. You interlace your fingers here and then drop your head. Right? But you have to watch out with this foot. Don't let it drop down to the hip. Keep lifting it up. Now, if you're kind of halfway there, just maybe take the foot into the forearm. But you want to keep working it up. Don't let it drop. Head's on the ground, head's on the ground. All right, 2 fingers, grab the big toe and open up to the side. Nice. Good, and then bringing it up. Now you could use a block again. Keep the legs straight. It goes across the body. I'm using a block. I want the toes dropping down. Turn your head and look towards the left arm. Keep the foot up. Don't let it drop. Then you're not going to get much of anything. Keep it lifted. Toes down. Straighten that leg. You'll get more of a stretch in the back of the leg if you do. Good, and then slowly coming out of that, you're going to go back into a bridge. And then release your pelvis down. Draw your knees in again and hug. Just kind of rock side to side. Then legs lift, arms lift, lower and forward fold all the way down. And then releasing all the way back down. If you need to do another bridge, do it. Just to counter that forward fold. And then setting yourself up for corpse pose, Savasana. Make sure you are warm. So put your sweatshirt back on, cover your eyes. You want to pacify the fire element in the body by covering the eyes. And your eyes, frankly, are just so overstimulated every day. So let's calm them down. Make sure you are warm. Cover yourself with a blanket. Put some socks on if you need. Oh, here comes Marty. And then relax. Complete and total stillness. All right, and begin to deepen your breath. Allow movement into your fingers and toes. Slowly roll to your right side. And then bring yourself up to a comfortable seated position. And once you're seated, bring your hands together, connect your thumbs to your heart. Go very still, so get comfortable in that seated position and then get still. Close your eyes and be still. Be stable, still, and relaxed. Help the internal winds settle. Allow your awareness to rest in that stillness. Good, and then from there, take a deep breath, inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. May you have a wonderful evening. Namaste.